Morning. Quote Bad Chad, it's Friday. Of course, back on the Studebaker today and tomorrow. I've been kind of on the fence about what I was planning to do with this whole scenario here in regards to the bed floor and how it's going to fit and the heights and everything else. I had an epiphany, if that's what we want to call it. Note to self, remove those bolts. I was all concerned about frame clearance here, the frame rail, to the bed floor itself. Turns out I shouldn't be concerned. I'm just gonna give her a little extra height. Like instead of trying to shim the cross rails up 1 inch, I'm just gonna go for 2. And when I make my spacers, I'll weld the nut in so everything can be bolted in from the bottom. Only need 1 wrench to get it apart. Probably 2, because I'm gonna use different size bolts, just because. That being said, I'm gonna get on with this. I gotta straighten out that bed floor a little bit, plus the other part of the tailgate, or the front bed end. But first I want to get the height of the box right to the cab. And you see it's crooked. So, and it's crooked here. I thought I had that straightened away. Yeah, I'm gonna need some screw jacks, bottle jacks, you name it, that's what I need. Okay, I'm gonna move forward with this, and I've adopted my phone for doing the recordings again. It's just dependability. GoPro is right out the window for me now. I'm done with that. Okay, good enough, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's been a minute or two. So what I had noticed is, over here, there we are. That line right here, it bowed in both sides, so it was crooked. And I basically slotted this a little bit, pulled it in, so this was with a straight edge on it, blocked, tacked it together, and straightened that out. Then I proceeded to start working on these bed ends, because I'm going to use both, and clean some of the welds up and stuff. I added a plate to the bottom here. That's going to be pretty much bed floor at this part. That's 21 inches there. That gives me room to weld my 1 cross member to that. That's 1/8 plate, so it will be solid enough to support the box because it's between those 2 braces. This brace I thought about putting here. I may not necessarily need it. I may utilize it on the back end. I've determined that the height I need from this corner down to here is about 11 inches. Where am I? About 11 inches for floor height, which will be okay. Yeah, so I think I've got this brace here and another one. So I think what I'm going to do is utilize one of these at the back for my 11-inch height and one at the front for my 11-inch height. Then I can lift the box back up, crawl underneath, and put in my spacing, and then set it down, and maybe I gotta trim some braces. I think that's the plan I got going here. I think so. It's coming along nicely. I should actually take some of these wrinkles and dents out of this side so it looks a little straighter when I put it up against the cab. I think that'll be my next attack. Beat some more metal into submission. Stuff's pretty tough, I'll tell you that much. And I've determined that's a bullet hole, because it's an innie on this side, and where are we? It's an outie on this side. That's staying. You know, that went through 3 layers because the where are we here? Oh, not very good. I don't have a light. Hang on a little more. I can't see it. There's a hole through that box pocket too. Cool. Anyway, yeah, I'm still plunking away at this. This piece in the front here is going to be a storage compartment. And I measured my lawn chairs and folded up in the bags. They're 19 inches high, and it's about 22 or 23 to the top of the bed rail. I got it at 20. I'd like it to see it at 20 at the corner of the bed rail. So we'll see. Okay, moving forward. Check in a bit. Well, you're in for a treat. I tested it. Seems to work. Don't know how I'm going to do this with only one hand. Okay. The hoist, a post, the tailgate. You gotta bear with me because I'm kind of watch the corners, and it squishes it flat. This works better with a car on it, of course, but I get to press this tailgate relatively flat, so it's a little more presentable. I could use a spot. Stay. But it's got a long ways to go. It's pretty ratty on the bottom, but I'm only using the top 11 inches of it, so that should be no big deal. Instead of bolting it, it'll get welded in. It was welded to begin with, as well as a couple of bolts, I guess, just for assembly. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I do have a 1-inch pipe or a bar that fits in there, so I might try and convince it to go round again. I got fire. It'll go round. Okay. Yeah, I need to bolt this in soon, so this is what's next. Be back in a bit. One more time. This is the bed floor. Now a couple smacks. Sorry for the noise, couldn't help myself. I don't know if you can see, oops, fingers, but it was really buckled. I'm much happier with that. Big stationary press. Always nice to have something like that. Well, that concludes Friday. I've got a plan for the bed floor, some 3/4 inch square tube to weld around the perimeter of the floor to the bed sides. That's going to sit out for the night. I don't expect any snow. So yeah, it's been a good productive day. It doesn't seem like I got much done, but there's lots of things that I had to figure out and build, so it's done. Anyway, that's it for today. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. It was a good productive day. And I'll be back at it tomorrow.